There's a game coming out that I'm very excited for. Trailer just dropped a little bit ago, and I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to bring you in, get you in here, sit you down, have a little discussion. All right, it's a little one-sided because I'm the one with the camera and you're the one with the viewing device. But I'm also late as hell to this topic. I mean, I'm later than Ubisoft's release of Skull and Bones, and that shit took 11 fucking years. So maybe not that late. The trailer came out not too long ago, though. So, for those of you who don't know, a little while ago, NetEase showed this trailer off for Overwatch 3 with Marvel characters, essentially. Which comes at kind of a great and awful time for this type of game. On one hand, Blizzard screwed up Overwatch 2 so bad that... Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say Overwatch 1.1. Literally, with the release of Overwatch 2, they just took away the gambling, threw in a battle pass, took away one person off of each team, and then also took away one of the major modes in the game. So literally they just removed fucking content and said, all right, that's a squeakle, boys, ship it. And yeah, we all know how that went. I mean, it's the lowest reviewed game in Steam's history, I think. If I'm wrong, then Editing Hunter will tell me how much of a dumb fuck I am. Editing Hunter here, he's a dumb fuck. Anyways, Blizzard dropped the ball so hard that I think some people are very eager to swap to a new game. They've been dying for this type of game for a little bit. But on the other hand, Blizzard dropped the ball so hard that I think it's turned a lot of people away from hero shooters in general. People who might have been just hyped for this game if they didn't have that connotation of, oh, hero shooter bad, which Blizzard has instilled in our brains after so much fuckery and so much dropping the ball. You'd think Blizzard would be going through puberty with how much balls are being dropped. I mean, goddamn. All you need to do to see this is just scroll down to the comments of the trailer, okay? This has been very divisive. I mean, you've got things like, oh, wow, this game looks great, smiley face, or I'm so hyped for this. And then right next to those comments, you've got, this game is gonna murder my parents in front of me and to take a fat, steaming shit in my bowl of honeycombs when it comes out. While we're on the topic of honeycombs, though, did you guys try honeycombs? Any honeycomb fans out there? All right, honeycombs were the shit, dude. Honeycombs put me through 3rd grade. All right, I had a bowl of those each morning, and goddamn, that's a way to start the day. No sponsorship, but honeycombs if you want to reach out. All right, I do want to warn you. If you came here for a nuanced discussion about what looks good in the game, but also what to be worried about when it's coming out, I'm sorry, but this is pretty much going to be a glaze fest. All right, I'm just excited, and I wanted to talk about it. Now, there's definitely needs to be some caution, which I suppose I'll talk about because it is a NetEase game, and NetEase, as some of you know, does not have the best track record. They kind of fucked up Diablo Immortal, and they kind of fucked up a few different things. Their monetization is not great, which we'll talk a little bit more on later. But I'm too excited to make a completely unbiased video, so I want to warn you. I'm excited, and probably more so than I should be. I'm all aboard the fucking hype train on this one. All right, boys, a little bit of a scene switch. New day, new shirt. All right. Now, when I first saw this game, my first reaction to the trailer was extremely, and I mean extremely, meh. I wasn't super impressed on the first watch. I really wasn't. But then I watched it again, and I watched it again, and again, and again, and again, and then I also saw a video on it, and then I watched it again. And now I'm hyped as fuck. I mean, I'm very excited. The trailer seems to get a little bit better each time I watch it, and the more details I notice. And one of the things at first I didn't like was the art style, but as I look at it more and more, it kind of reminds me of Wolf Among Us, but in kind of a brighter setting. And that game, just like the honeycombs, is goated with the sauce. I mean, goats all up in those sauces, as the kids say. They also showed off in the trailer a couple different destructible environments, which seems to be kind of a nice change of pace. And we see multiple examples in the trailer of it like actually affecting gameplay. Like, so Iron Man ends up destroying this statue while trying to kill another player, and part of it falls on the ground. And Groot comes over and creates a Fortnite ramp to get over the piece of fallen rubble, which I can only assume right after he proceeded to crank some 90s and one pump Hulk's ass and then hit the gritty. Speaking of, the character abilities look pretty phenomenal. I didn't really think this on first glance, but then I saw this video which detailed everything we could gain from the trailer and everything we saw in the trailer and how it all functions. And goddamn, bro, I'm actually excited for how these abilities will interact. And speaking of Gyat, okay, they got some fucking Galactussy up in here, all right? I didn't know if you boys got that at the end of the trailer. But yeah, I mean, like, Loki places down what effectively is a Torb turret, which he can swap places with, so it doubles as like a movement ability and a damage ability, and also kind of like a distraction ability, which really fits with his character. And then also, like, Iron Man looks like he's got a ton of cool abilities, and also that he's going to be annoying as hell to fight. Pharaoh 2.0, I want to end my life already. But I recommend you guys take a look at that video I mentioned. It honestly, he describes it a lot better than I could. He goes into a really detailed analysis of every single like ability that was showcased, the damage numbers that we can see from what happened. He also speculates on some of the abilities that aren't necessarily shown, but we also got a lot of like icons that were shown, and there's a lot in here that looks really interesting. And also them having access to the Marvel IP means they have access to a slew of really cool characters, including fucking Gambit, bro. I mean, please, he's not in the game yet. He hasn't been confirmed for anything, but Gambit is like the coolest character of anything ever, and I will die on that hill any day of the week. And I'm not someone who makes a habit of dying on hills. I like staying alive on most hills that I visit. Plus, they showed off the fact that team comps have direct synergies. Like, two characters can have a specific ability that is just between them. Like Rocket was shown riding on Groot into battle, and I don't know how that actually helps him, but it's cool. This also means I'm going to be screaming at people to pick a synergy that matches up with my character just to be completely ignored so they can go 1-9 with some high skill floor character that they don't know how to play. And yes, that was a direct diss to 80% of Doomfist mains. Now that we talked about some of the exciting stuff, let's bring it back a bit. Let's tone it down. Let's talk about what's got me worried, okay? And I got one word for you, or two words. I don't know. It kind of seems like two words actually. NetEase, also known as Satan. This game is developed by NetEase, which they have quite possibly the worst reputation for monetization in video games like ever. They are the same creators of Diablo Immortal, which I didn't mispronounce that was a dig, which famously would have taken 110,000 real world smackaroons, I'm talking about USD, to fully gear a character. Or instead, you could also just play the game for 10 years straight, and then you get that fully geared character. That sounds like a completely great, not flawed, non-predatory monetization system, right guys? Anybody? So yes, there is definitely some stuff to be worried about. We'll have to see on launch how that monetization model looks. Now, I will say, to NetEase's credit, the core gameplay loop in Diablo Immortal, especially given the constraints of being on a mobile device, was pretty fun. I ended up playing it for a little bit, just until I hit the paywall and then completely stopping. I really did think they had some core gameplay that wasn't bad. And that really is what gives me some high hopes for this game. Now, obviously, we need to be cautious. Don't get on the hype train like me, okay? Just wait until it comes out. Wait for reviews, okay? Don't get too excited. But I can't do that. I'm physically incapable of it, so I will stay excited. We'll see. Well, boys, like I said, this is a conversation. So hop on down to the comments. Let me know. Do you think it's gonna be a good game? Do you think I should hide my bowl of honeycombs from NetEase? I want my honeycombs without the shit. Hold the shit, please. So, well, that about wraps it up. This is normally the time where I would tell you, hey, go hit that subscribe button or hit the little thumbs up button, okay? Don't do that, all right? Do it if you want, but instead, what I'm gonna tell you to do is please, if you have not drank water, within the last 2 to 3 hours, go get a glass of that nice H2O, okay? You need it. Hydration is key to a healthy lifestyle. Please, for the love of God, go drink some water. Have a good one, boys. Oral, especially given the what the fuck?